This is Groove AI, the settings. It's prompt engineering with a touch of a button. At the top here, we've got all the GPTs, but as you know, GPT-4o is the fastest and it's the cheapest. So we're just going to stick with GPT-4 and the knowledge base. So this is what I have in the knowledge base. So this is the campaigns that I create. This is what I call the persona profiles. You've got your niche, your avatar, the primary goals, secondary goals. There's my offer, a quick description. There's my rapport story, and you've got understanding problems and complaints, and you can see complaints, secondary complaints, negative feelings, fears, objections, predicament, exploring aspirations and beliefs. So dreams, the enemy, success myths, success traits, and diagnosing the root cause. So you've got primary cause, cause defined, analogy, cause proof, consequences, negative statistics, and defining goals and solutions. And this is what I've actually just put into the knowledge base. It's the same as above, but it just doesn't really have all the titles with it. Let's turn this on. There's different knowledge bases in there, and this is one we're going to go with to derive from that ideal client's diary your clients are going through as they seek your solution to their problem. I can derive 10 campaigns out of that, and that's what we would have in your knowledge base. All this here is in the knowledge base, ready to go. Here are the presets. Normally when you're creating complex prompts you would say act like, and this is my market, and this is the reading level that you want, and you could have positive or negative prompts in there as well. With Groove AI, it's not just direct response copywriting. You've got a blogger, non-fiction book author, content marketer, screenwriter, lots of different ones in there. So it depends how you want to write and how you want the AI to act like, then you can choose one of these. But we're going to be using direct response and copywriter. And over here you've got all these top copywriters from Dan Kennedy, Gary Halbert, Alex Catoni, John Caples, Mike Morgan, Jay Abraham, Frank Kern, Mike Filsaime, Russell Brunson. So it can sound like those, but you don't want your content to sound like that. You want it to sound like you. My writing style is simplex sophistication. Use words that are easily understandable, avoiding complex jargon and overly technical language. Sophisticated ideas. While the words are simple, the ideas are not. So that's just my style of writing, even though that my speech isn't as good as my writing. More learning. So my target market is digital marketers, and over here you can have your target audience, which is your avatar. This is mainly based on demographics, and because we use psychographics more than demographics, I kind of leave that blank just because of the information that I use, and the reading level as well. You've got your different reading levels there. I like to use middle school, but you can go less. Most people, when they leave school, they stop reading. They really do. So their reading level does not improve, and I experienced that myself. From leaving school up to the age of 39, I really didn't read any books. I only read music manuals for my studio at the end of the day. But over the last 10 years I have read more books than, I've literally read my height in books, in physical books, and that's not counting the ebooks that I had and all the other trainings for my upgrades. Here are the rules. Unfortunately Groove doesn't have the frameworks that I use, so this is self-identifying framework that I have in here, because Groove doesn't have it in there itself. And it's just a little workaround. And self-identifying is, I don't know if you've heard of the holistic psychiatrist on Instagram, and what she does like skits, and she talks about the problems, and she really goes deep into those problems and why they're happening. A lot of people just really relate to what she's talking about. She has grown her Instagram very, very, very fast because of this concept, and this is a very good one. Also you can see when I create the posts how you can identify within it. You act like part. So I'm going to have it on the self-identifying there. Let's close that. We've got an optimize for here as well. So this is the guts of the AI, and you've got two presets. You've got default and creative, and you also got custom. If you really know how AI works, then you can have a mess about with these. They are very delicate in their use. I just like to use default because it's set good for that one. Then we've got formats and frameworks. Like I showed you a moment ago on the image. we have all these formats. So from subject line, grammar, long form, sales letter, testimonial, frequently asked questions, story, speech, interview, bullets, and over here you got blogs. As you can see on the blog, it's got these bits that you can add as extra, and also it's got its own frameworks as well that you can use. And all of these come with different bits that you can select. So we're going to use social media post today. So you've got social media frameworks there, but it doesn't have the self-identifying one that I'm using, and that's why I had the workaround and added it to the presets up there. Then we've got tone and style as well, so and goal. So as you can see, I like to build trust because we always just want to build trust. But you've got lead generation, SEO, upsell products, transform, generate customer satisfaction. So all depending on the goal of the post, it's the AI is going to give it that direction. Then you have the style here as well, and you can also pick these here, but because I have my own style, which is here, we can cater for that. And tone as well, same as tone, so I've got my own tone in there as well. And if you're not sure how to figure out your own tone and style, a good way to do it is upload a training video or the way that you want to come across to YouTube. Then on YouTube, to the right, there's a little button. If you press that ChatGPT button, then it's going to open up ChatGPT, and it's going to have a summary of your trainings, and then you can just ask ChatGPT what your tone and style is, and it's going to give you that from there. And then we come down to output, and default is English, but you've got all these different languages in here as well. It really is versatile in how you can talk. Then we've got the markdown. What you see is what you get. You've got markdown code and HTML code block. I'll tell you the truth, I've not used them because I've not found use for them, but you may need them for yourself. I'm not too sure until I'll speak to you at some point. And what you see is what you get, and that's how the output is. That's what it looks like on the page. So it's right in chunks, incorporate ellipses, bulky words, bulky phrases, and you can use or not use emojis and italics as well. So that's the setup there. That's all your prompt engineering done. So instead of having to think about what you have to write and the complexity of a prompt, with these settings on the left, you can just pick them at the speed of thought and create your post.